Hello, everybody. Today we're going to be talking about a subject that, has been around since quite a while. It is, why should people stop trolling and joking with people? I did some research, came up with one, two, three, four, four key reasons why, trolling and joking with people should be stopped. First, we're going to talk about what the researchers state the definition of, and what it is of trolling and joking. Trolling and joking at someone's expense should be stopped because they cause genuine psychological harm, normalize toxic behavior, and destroy meaningful communication. What the speaker consider harmless fun, which is the bully, can trigger deep insecurity, anxiety, and distress in the target. Uh, so basically, what they're trying to say is being a bully does hurt somebody, whether it's a joke, about what they look like, um, what how they talk, their religion, their belief, whatever it may be, even on the internet, commenting ridiculousness, uh, unimportant facts, just just gets to that person who is trying to, better themselves, or what I'm saying, just be who they are, comfortable in their own skin. Um, and it's it's pointless because the person that's doing it, they get a smile, they get to smile at night, a harmless fun, but in reality, it is harmful to that person. And I'm not sure if everyone has been bullied or if everyone has been joked with, but those who have been joked with, I do understand, the fight back, but that can lead to a lot of legal troubles, if you attack the person immediately right after, they're going to call the police, and the police are going to be on their side because the police are going to say, words can't hurt you. But they don't know, your past, if you came from being bullied, or you're just tired of it, or that bully then tends to get physical, and you just claim self-defense. Now you got to go to court, whole lot of legal trouble, get lawyers, attorneys, whatever you call it, and defend for yourself, as to like why I can't be myself in this space, and that person just felt like joking with me was okay. The key reasons why this behavior damages communities and relationships include emotional and psychological harm, right? So the researchers say emotional and psychological harm, constant teasing or intentional baiting lowers self-esteem and can lead to depression, sleep loss, and severe emotional distress. It's like the bully is trying to force food down your throat, and it just builds up a lot of pressure, unnecessary pressure, and causes you to derail from your objective, or think clearly of like what you want to do with life. Number two, erosion of trust. Trolling relies on insincerity. When communication is filled with deception and mockery, it becomes impossible for people to know when the speaker is being genuine, right? And the speaker being the bully, let's say they switch from joking and start, trying to be serious. That person wouldn't take them serious, is what they're saying. Is It's impossible, uh, because their communications is filled. If it's like a bottle and 50% is deception, 25% is mockery, and the other 25% remaining is genuine communication, it's going to be hard to read what they're trying to say. Number three, destruction of health dialogue. Trolling derails productive conversations, diverts energy into negative emotions, and creates hostile environments where people feel unsafe to share their thoughts. Let me read that one more time. Destruction of health dialogue. Trolling derails productive conversations, diverts energy into negative emotions, and creates hostile environments where people feel unsafe to share their thoughts. Basically, The person being quiet is not going to share their thoughts. They're never going to open up, blossom, because they're being bullied or anything, or stuff on that line, and that creates a unproductive environment. And that bully is basically just controlling the scene where they feel like everything they're saying is true. You know, I mean, realistically, the person being bullied leaves. They're going to just pick another target until they're alone. And then, if it's in school, they're going to go to the next classroom and do it, or go to the next job and do it, and it never get fixed. Uh, I'm actually a firm believer that once a bully, you're always a bully. You can't change your ways, because you programmed yourself to believe like it's okay to pick on that person, joke with that person. Um, I mean, I could be wrong. I could be shown proven, but you know, once it's documented, by the victim, in ways it should be done, it's probably always going to be done, and you're going to have it in the back of your mind. And the way a victim should, go about this, being bullied is one, leave the environment, file a police report, and keep personal documentation. Not to use against them, but let's say y'all in another space, you can say, all right, this happened, probably gonna happen again. I'm gonna leave. I'm just straight up, not even playing any games. Number four, normalizing bullying, framing hostile attacks as just a joke invalidates the victim's feelings and forces a toughen up mentality that excuses toxic behavior. Yeah, the toughen up mentality, more than enough is placed on men. You have to have tough skin, or go through the punches. I mean that doesn't work. Words do hurt, and it builds up, like they said, anxiety, pressure, emotions to be driven to basically get you out your nature and force you to do something. For example, a bully jokes with an individual, right? This is an adult individual joking with another adult individual. That individual gets in a car accident, right? The victim gets in a car accident. The, that person that got in the car accident now believes that bully tried to, you know, attack them. If they, and they survived, and if they survived that car accident, they believe that they tried to attack them. So now that bully has to watch behind their back, because that victim is going to try to, uh, take their life away for doing that harm, because they're going too far with it. It and and now that victim has, to go to court and all that. That's the minor worst case scenario. It could get more worse when that victim goes into into their family and try to destroy everything, and vice versa. Let's say the bully gets in a car accident, and the victim is the suspect, right? That bully is going to come back if they survive, and go much further. And it just needs to there needs to be a mutual respect, or not to cross that line. No jokes like, "Oh, you look like a honey badger," or "You look like a stick." Just stupid stuff. It's a waste of energy. And you're probably a hard person to be around, realistically, because uh, jokes, like they said, it's if they consider it harmless fun, but how is that fun? I think fun defined is like going to Six Flags, riding a roller coaster, or playing cards, or doing a nice workout. That's fun. Joking on people, that's really targeting someone, and you could possibly lose your life. People use money, position in jobs, sports, fame, celebrityness, religion, strength as leverage to place them above someone. And truly, no one is above, like, not physically, but mentally, no one is above another person. And that's why researchers say there are four key reasons why this behavior is damaging our communities and relationships: because of the emotional and psychological harm, the erosion of trust, destruction of health, and the normalizing of bullying. Um, you know, the best advice I can give for a bully is to, apologize, and just take it day by day, And if you are a victim, I would say, uh, you know, do the right thing. Don't get the don't go to court, for murder or attempted murder or assault because your emotions are derailed from someone talking to you crazy. Um, always file a police report, uh, report it. If report the company, you can go to the government, report the company and that individual, and just keep your awareness up. Stay safe. And I appreciate you all for tuning in. Where we're just trying to help you be the best person that you truly are.